Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again after a long while. It's been quite a while, I don't know if like 1 month or quite some weeks. Anyway, this is a figure I've had here for months, and I mean, plenty of months, half a year at least. I've had the figure, laying around, and I just decided today it's time to open her. And it's as you can see already, and maybe you could read on the title, the Star Wars, the Clone Wars Asajj Ventress, if that's the right pronunciation. First of all, let's take a look at that artwork, which is great. I don't have all the. I'm not like getting every figure. I mean, I get just the ones I like, which happen to be a lot, but not all of them. But well, maybe I have all of the Clone Wars with this line so far, except the Mandalorian soldier with the horns on the Maul faction, the Walmart exclusive thing, Anyway, here you have her little bio. If you want to read it, just pause it now. Well, I won't read it now. And and there we have the figure. I mean, all the things we already know. And there we have her out of the packaging. And let me just say it right away. This figure looks awesome. And yeah, I mean, I just got her out of the box and posed her a little bit, just checked the joints and everything. And this wrist is a bit stiff, so I won't be moving it on the review. I will have to warm it later in hot water. And yeah, well, first of all, because I think it's the main thing, or one of the most important things, if not the most, is the face, right? There you have her looking like she should, just like in a more realistic way, not like in this 3D animated style. But you can see her bald head and the tattoos, or whatever they're called. They are great, and the print is clean, and the eyes has these shadows, and she has some little shade here on the cheekbones for both sides, and the lipstick and everything is on the right place. I don't know if the eyes are, well, now that I'm looking at it, I think everything is on its right place, or like very close. You can see she has like her bands here. They have like a little dry brush on them, so it doesn't look like all new and fresh. Mine has a little spot here on her breast. A bit just paint, is nothing dramatic. This thing hanging in front of her skirt has like this print, molded print painted in gold, and the gold is also like just like dry brushed on the edges of this part, which is flexible plastic, and it actually helps her stand. I mean, it at the same time it obstructs for some positions, but then you can just flex it and nothing will happen. I hope nothing ever will happen, that it won't break, The skirt is like velvety material with a texture, and I like the metallic sheen it gives it. The legs, for all you perverts out there, no, they're all wrapped in this mummified, Anyway, because there's some episodes, if I remember right, where she doesn't have the skirt and she's more like in assassin mode. Well, she's always in assassin mode, but and actually, now that we're talking a bit about the character, I hope we will continue to see her, because spoiler alert, she hasn't been killed on screen. I think there's a book story where dies in joining Kinlan Voss. I mean, they actually have some romantic thing or something going on. I haven't read it, but it's what I heard. But the good thing is like, well, I don't know, maybe they will change that, or maybe they will show that on screen, or I don't know. I think it's a character people want to see her arc continue on the shows, because she has a, I like her development through the Clone Wars seasons. It's a character I grew to like. And yeah, so that said, she comes with her 2 lightsabers here, which of course can, well, if you see the little peg here, you can just peg them. Well, there's only one way that the peg hole has a shape, and the peg, of course, so you can peg them just like this, if I'm right. Wait a second. Yeah, I think it's like this. And then you have this like S-shape hilt, well, kind of S-shaped, with the 2 blades, well, the light blades or whatever they're called, because they're not physical. Well, you know what I mean. They're lightsabers, yeah? Energy beam or whatever it's called. I just undid it. But yeah, then you have her like wielding her double sword here, double lightsaber. Come on, focus. Which looks, yeah, it always looks cool. A double bladed lightsaber. Well, that's one thing. Of course, it has details, and you can also pop the. I don't want to do it now because it's winter is coming, you know. And it's all cold, and I don't want to risk breaking the blades. But as you can see, she has 2 holes on her the thing here of the belt, let's call it. I had the word in my tongue and I forgot it at the second I was gonna say it. The buckle, yeah, buckle. If you remove the blades, you can just have them, the hilts hang. That's the way she carries them around and stores them, if we want to call it like that. Now the figure, she has a double jointed neck, and also the neck itself goes into the torso, the upper torso, so that gives a little more movement. So there she's, that. There you have her like in a neutral position. You have a little bit of, just a little bit of neck tilt, and combined with the head and all of that, you get a little bit of the so-called attitude. Well, a decent bit. It's not much, but it's, yeah. And this character can use a lot of that. She can look that much upwards, which is almost, well, not that much. She can look downwards just that far. The shoulders, as you maybe can see here, she actually has some sort of little butterfly joint there. It's there, but it's caged in the square frame they gave it. So you have just a little bit. I mean, they themselves got on their way while putting this there, but not actually giving it space to activate, to be useful. But it's there, and it's a little bit of forward and backward, just as you maybe can see, just that much range. It's just a little extra, which can make the difference maybe for some poses. I mean, surely it's better to have that as to have nothing. I mean, better, more useful. I don't know if it's better, but it's a little bit more function. Yeah. This wrist is all frozen there, so I have to hit it, as I told you. But Both hands, they have the in and out swivel, which is sad for this kind of characters wielding weapons, especially bladed weapons. You have the elbow, which can go over 90 degrees. How much? Just a little bit over 90 degrees, but it's, well, I say it's just a little bit over 90 degrees. That's exactly that. And there you have, of course, we have no bicep swivel, so there's where you have your swivel. The diaphragm can go a lot to the back, a decent amount, but sadly it has almost no range to the front. It's just like this is like the neutral position, and this is going front. Yeah, it's really like, which again for this character is a bit disappointing, because she is very agile, and she's an assassin ninja like character, and they took all that flexibility out of the way, and that's sad. The legs, you of course, well, first of all, we have, if we lift the whole skirt, you have that much how do you say it? The split. Yeah, it's a good amount, could be better definitely, but it's, yeah, that's kind of good for this. It should be enough also, because normally the skirt will be down, but surely there's people who got more than one copy of this, and they took the belt and skirt off one of the figures at least. I don't know how that would look if you ruin the figure that way, but I'm sure some people just did to have that other look. The legs, the knees, they have a bit over 90 degrees bend. It could be better, of course, with a double jointed thing, but we didn't get it. It's pinless, but well, doesn't matter. I'm not that. I appreciate that, but I prefer more range. If we get a pin, and that will give, or two pins, per knee, and that will give us more range, I think that's a sacrifice that I could make, But yeah, for the aesthetic, it's of course nice. For aesthetic reasons. The feet, they can go back that much, which is great. They can go forward just a little bit. I don't know, maybe if you dance a bit around, can click over the sculpt. But yeah, the sculpt gets in the way, so you only have that much. But yeah, it's fine. And there you have her, Asajj Ventress. We will give her her two lightsabers again. Get her to stand somehow. Now for size comparisons, I think we have to bring first someone like Ahsoka. First would be, I guess, someone like Anakin and Obi-Wan maybe, yeah, but no, Ahsoka is always. We don't have early seasons Ahsoka. We have this one from the last season, but it's, yeah, it does the trick. We also have, I don't remember if they face each other at some point. Face, yeah, Captain Rex there, so that you can see the different size. We have Master Windu, who I think never fights her. He would have maybe dealt with her, right? From Marvel Legends, we have Black Widow. It's the Infinity War Black Widow body with the Endgame 2-pack head. Those with the quantum uniforms or suits or whatever. Then we have a Mystique with the actual head of this actual figure, but because I like how that looks, it's creepy and nice at the same time, kind of. We have, but that's just that you see how they compare size-wise. Marvel Legends are always a bit taller, if I'm right. A bit less tall than the comic figures. There we have from G.I. Joe Classified Scarlet, and we have also from G.I. Joe Classified the Baroness, who is just the tallest of all the figures here. If I'm right, I don't know. Here it looks like she's also kind of that tall. Well, she looks tall. I mean, taller. I don't know. Maybe because her hair color goes along with her whole. I mean, it's all black. It gives like a straight line. She has the red head, so it kind of breaks the line. Anyway, just my thoughts. I think the Baroness is the tallest. But yeah, that looks actually quite cool. I like how this Powerfrauen, these women of action here look together. That's a nice team, actually. That would be trouble. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I've been gone for a while, but I'll be posting a bit more these days, and it's always, I don't have like a fixed schedule, at least not yet, maybe one day, but I do it for the pleasure, and when I have just a bit time for it, because it's not what pays my bills, I do it as a hobby, but I enjoy doing this, and I hope it helps you decide if you want to get this figure or one of these. I mean, all of them are great. I mean, all of these ones we have in front of us. Definitely get this one. I mean, if you're into Star Wars and if you like the Clone Wars, you need this girl, and she's a nice figure. The articulation could be better, but it isn't. Maybe if you hit everything and pop the upper torso, maybe you can Dremel, or like give her a bit more range by opening a bit more space. But I don't know how the situation is, because I haven't popped her myself. I mean, separate the pieces yet. Maybe I'll do it one day, because I think she definitely would profit from a bit more crunch to the front, more diaphragm to the front. That's totally lacking, but still a great figure. She looks great. I mean, if you can get her for retail price, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. And if cheaper, then So I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.